Hi there. I'm trying to finish up in the speech. So, Secretary Clinton and I have strong disagreements on some very important issues. It is also true that our views are quite close on others. I look forward in the coming weeks to continue discussions between the two campaigns to make certain that your voices are heard and that the Democratic Party passes the most progressive platform in its history. And the Democrats actually fight for that agenda. I also look forward to working with Secretary Clinton to transform the Democratic Party so that it becomes a party of working people and young people, and not just wealthy campaign contributors, a party that has the courage to take on Wall Street, yeah, likely, not very likely, the pharmaceutical industry, the fossil fuel industry, and the other powerful special interests that dominate our political and economic life. As I've said throughout this campaign, the Democratic Party must support raising the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour and create millions of jobs rebuilding our crumbling infrastructure. We must. He's like Teddy Roosevelt, you know. If you don't vote for President Sanders, you're a fucking idiot, because he's got, you know, he's totally gonna do a great job. So why won't you support him, fucking idiots? We must fight to make certain that women throughout the country have the right to control their own bodies. We must protect the right of our gay brothers and sisters to marriage equality in every state of America. As the recent tragedy in Orlando has made crystal clear, we must ban the sale and distribution of assault weapons and the gun show loophole and expand instant background checks. We must defeat the Trans-Pacific Partnership and make certain that the bad trade deal does not get a vote in a lame duck section of Congress. We must resist all efforts to cut Social Security and, in fact, expand benefits for our seniors and disabled veterans. We must understand that the greed, recklessness, and illegal behavior on Wall Street has to end, that we need to pass modern-day Glass-Steagall legislation, and that we need to break up the biggest financial institutions in this country who not only remain too big to fail, but to prevent the kind of vigorous competition that healthy financial system requires. For example, 90% of the news organizations in this country are owned by 6 corporations. We must understand that the greed, recklessness, and illegal behavior on Wall Street has to end. You know, finally someone's fucking saying this shit, man. We need Bernhard. That we need to pass modern-day Glass-Steagall legislation, that we need to break up the biggest financial... blah, blah, blah. We must aggressively combat climate change and transform our energy system, move to energy efficiency and sustainable energy, and impose a tax on carbon. Yes, we do. We need to do all these things. I don't know, but impose a tax on carbon, I'm not sure if I agree with that. But, you know, so what? It means that in order to protect our water supply, we ban fracking. Yes, we need to do that. We must compete effectively in a global economy by making public colleges and universities tuition free. What do you not have to love about this man? Holy shit. He wants to rescue us from the fucking Nazis, and we're sitting on the fence, and substantially reduce student debt. Just cancel it. We must join the rest of the industrialized world and guarantee health care to all people as a right, not a privilege, which is what Teddy Roosevelt wanted to do. We must end the disgrace of having more people in jail than any other country on earth. And move toward real criminal justice reform at the federal, state, and local levels. We must pass comprehensive immigration reform and provide a path toward citizenship for 11 million undocumented people. Yes. Check. We must take a hard look at the waste, cost overruns, and inefficiencies in every branch of government, including the Department of Defense and the Pentagon, which he said he would do an audit of. Thank you, President Sanders. That'd be awesome to see an audit of the Pentagon. Make them cough up the $8 trillion they pocketed. Fucking Eric Prince. And we must make certain our brave young men and women in the military are not thrown into perpetual warfare in the Middle East or other wars we should not be fighting, which there were, 3,000 of us, of our best and brightest, were sent to this false flag operation during the impeachment trials, just to distract us. And they came back with, they came back fucked up. They weren't killed, but they had bad head injuries from the bombing that Iran did in retaliation. But the political revolution means much more than fighting for our ideals at the Democratic National Convention, defeating Donald Trump. Anyway, we'll have to come back for number 5. Subscribe and like.